Welcome to Count Stackula on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning into another one of my videos. Today, y'all, we are talking about the Smackdown in silver. Why did it happen? Let's get into it. Bam! So silver got smacked down at the end of this week after a high of something, around 26 and change, and finished the week off at like 24 for silver. I guess it is not that unusual in that silver does tend to be pretty volatile. But why did it happen? Well, it comes down to the old adage, sell in May and go away. It's just the old adage on Wall Street. Investors sell their stocks and wait until November to reinvest in the market. And the idea behind that is that the summer months, typically May to October, are low trading volume, decreased liquidity, and negative market returns. So this period also, people go on vacations, holidays, and a general lack of interest in the market. And these all lead to basic increased volatility and unpredictability in various markets, including silver. So that's kind of why I think the Smackdown took place this week here in May, because we are starting to see some of those institutional investors take profits, sell in May and go away. So, looking at this, it's often a good idea to follow the smart money, So let's look into this a little bit more deeply. The phrase sell in May and go away, it's based in historical pattern, actually, that shows that the stock market tends to perform better during the winter months. And during the summer months, while this pattern is not always consistent, it has been observed over long periods of time, and some investors believe that it is a reliable indicator of market behavior. It's also worth noting that the saying is more of a general guideline than a hard and fast rule, and there's a lot of factors that can influence the market performance. So individual stocks are going to perform differently than the overall market, and you should always do your own research and analysis and consider your investment objectives and risk tolerance before making any investment decisions. As I am far from a financial advisor, but I do like to discuss these trending topics. So yeah, it's best not to get emotional about it because, volatility happens. And unless you were going to plan on selling like now, you may have missed out on a couple dollars, but those premiums are still sky high. So, hey, if it's your time to get out of the silver precious metal market, it's still not that bad of a time to consider selling. And I personally wouldn't, because I think that the bank runs and the collapses are far from over, and that in a lot of ways we might see somewhat of a repeat of the financial Great Recession that we saw in 2008. So yeah, I'd be holding on pretty tight to this stuff, just because if you're patient, a couple more years you might be rewarded. That's my thought on the market. So I don't think I want to even dive into any technical analysis on the charts or anything, because I just don't think it's really necessary. And in my personal opinion, I think we're heading probably into a summer lull, and maybe not in the metals, but I think for definitely the broader market in a lot of respects, because we're already in kind of a recessionary period and a period of high inflation and quantitative tightening. So, you know, I wouldn't expect the high flyers to, you know, come out. I mean, maybe a meme stock or a meme crypto here and there, perhaps. But so, what else? Yeah, if you tuned into the last video, you saw my very first silver pour, which is pretty cool. But let's take another look at it. And this is really just a prototype, if you will, because I'm probably going to melt this thing again later on. Of course, I will have to clean it up a little bit, maybe pickle it, put it in a solution to get all the antiquing off and all the oils from my hands as well, and before putting it back into the furnace, because gotta maintain that 999 fineness, and I'm definitely aware of that. So, you know, I'm gonna do my best to maintain those high quality of standards, and definitely do a little bit more silver pouring in the future. However, my first experience was good, but I quickly decided that the tools that I chose to use definitely need a little bit of an upgrade. So there's nothing wrong with the 2-auto silver furnace. If you want to get in on this hobby on the cheap, man, those are like really stunning that you can get a furnace for, you know, 280 bucks. It's pretty awesome. And I highly recommend it because it worked perfectly. All right. The one time that I did it. So, you know, I highly recommend it, but there are some limitations, and there are some different things that I intend to do with silver pouring down the line. So I'm going to look into different equipment specifically, and we'll get into that later on. But I wanted to let everybody know that I did list the silver furnace that I purchased from 2-auto directly for sale on my eBay shop at a slight discount, because it's been used once, only once, with 999 fine silver. But because I'm gonna need that money to put into some more expensive gear, and we'll get into that later on, a couple months from now. But there's multiple pieces of gear I intend to purchase to be able to really do a deep dive into silver pouring and do something. You know, I'm honestly doing it more as a personal hobby. It's not that I intend to make a business out of it, but that might happen just because, well, you know, who doesn't want to produce something of value that can be sold? You know, I definitely think that I would like to be able to do that, and I think that I have a unique skill set in terms of, obviously, you know, being able to create molds, machine them myself, and so I want to do it in the best possible way before I attempt to market it. But awesome things coming soon on the horizon. I can't wait to share with you later on. I am still doing this home sale thing, so like I said, you know, in previous videos, my you know, the type of coins and stuff that I have on display is really, it's limited, but we're going to go into more detail later on as soon as that whole thing kind of gets straightened out. Unfortunately, I haven't sold my house yet like I anticipated, but we'll see what happens. There's still a couple months left in on the contract. And yeah, other than that, basically, I think now is actually a decent time to purchase some silver or gold. You know, if you're dollar cost averaging, you know, especially with the little dipski that we have seen here in the last couple days, I wouldn't mind putting some money down. If I wasn't saving up for machinery to be able to pour silver and gold, then I would probably be buying more personally. But I think I've slowed down quite a bit on the collector coins significantly because of my desire to get into the you know, silver pouring and maybe even jewelry making Why don't I show you a little prototype I did for, something I did for just playing around here. So this was a 3D printed ring I made, and unfortunately it didn't come out perfect with the supports kind of ripped off some of the detail, some of the intricate detail on these spirals and stuff. But you know, this is the first piece of jewelry that I've made, and yeah, I'm gonna have to beef it up. I think I'm gonna have to like scale up the design so it's not so dainty and brittle. This is just a cool ring that I intend to eventually do some casting into silver. So yeah, we got some cool projects on the pike here. Can't wait to get into, and we'll see what develops over the next couple months as I learn everything there is to know about casting into silver and gold. So yeah, that's what's up, y'all. And yes, thank you to all my wonderful patrons on my eBay shop. They are coming in clutch with those 3D printed boxes purchases. Really appreciate the business there. So links are down in the description if you need any 3D printed boxes for your silver. I do the 10-ounce silver bars in capsules are a real popular one. Those sell like weekly. Some of the other more custom stuff, it just sits there. But yeah, I've got 5-ounce bar boxes, 10-ounce bar boxes, 1-ounce bar boxes. And yeah, don't be afraid to hit me up with some custom ideas. I love to just challenge my own design skills to be able to create different things. There are certain limitations to size of what I can print because I don't have a huge 3D printer. So the limitations on the build plate are about 220 millimeters on each axis. So yeah, that kind of limits me to a little bit until I get a bigger 3D printer down the line. It's not an urgent acquisition that I intend to purchase for now. So yeah, should probably remind you to like, share, comment, and subscribe as well. Those are all really important things that help the channel. If you want this channel to grow, that's what we need to do, in addition to making a little bit more content on a weekly basis for you. I'd like to turn it up a notch and do at least 2 videos a week. Maybe in a couple months from now, I'll be able to commit to something like that. Right now, I'm lucky to get out 1 video a week because things are just busier. But yeah, I do intend to stick with it and grow the channel over time. I know it takes a long time to get going on the silver and the gold channel content because, you know, we're a tight-knit community. There's just not a whole ton of us out there stacking, and that's the truth of it. So, but you know, and even though I'm not the type who sends out stickers to all the other content providers on YouTube, I'm just gonna give you a shout out though every once in a while because I do like what you're doing and I don't mind collaborating later on. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. Love to see new videos out from all the YouTube stackers, and I'm not even gonna like shout out the big channel names because we all know who they are. But you know, check out Patriotic Stacker. He's pretty cool because, you know, he's kind of like a little bit of the underdog stacker channel, but I enjoy watching it. It's good content, and he's been doing it for a very long time. So, you know, check his channel out. That's gonna do it for us today, y'all. I think I want to say thank you so much for watching another one of my videos, and do check out those links down in the description if you're interested in any 3D printed boxes, or if you want to buy that 2 auto silver forge that is like seriously brand new, used only once, no cracks, no problems whatsoever, works marvelously. All accessories included. Just go ahead and look for the link down below. I will add it into the video description if you want to pick up that one at a slight discount to the brand new price. And so this is Count Stackula. Thanks for watching. Peace.